In this tutorial, we will show you how to manage users and roles using Totem, our cybersecurity compliance management tool. To get started, navigate to the Manage page on the left-hand menu, then select the Users and Roles tab at the top. This is where all changes to a Totem organization's users and roles will take place. Notice that there are 4 different user roles that come preloaded into Totem. First up is the Owner role. This user will have all permissions available to them, including adding and removing other users or updating the organization details. This role is best suited for those that will be managing and regularly updating the tool, such as your IT administrator. The second role in Totem is the Authorization Official. This user will have most of the permissions that the owner holds, with the exception of some exclusive writing permissions. This role is best suited for those who will be actively involved inside the tool, but do not need complete control over the organization. The authorization official could also serve as a sort of backup to the owner, should the owner leave the organization or need to be replaced. The third role in Totem is the engineer. This user is more limited in what they can do compared to the owner or authorization official, but they are able to assist with tasks such as modifying controls, creating corrective actions, or reviewing your POAM. This role is best suited for those who will assist the owner or authorization official, but don't need more than the basic permissions. This could include someone such as an IT technician. The fourth and final role preloaded into Totem is the Assessor. This role is intended for when your organization undertakes an assessment of its cybersecurity program, and you need to invite the assessor to the tool, but you don't want to give them more permissions than they need to perform their assessment. If you want to create a new role that does not already exist, you can achieve this by clicking on the Create Role button at the top of the page. Assign a name, then decide which permissions you want to designate to that role. To select multiple permissions, select the first permission you want to include, then hold the Control button down on your keyboard and continue selecting the rest of the desired permissions. If you choose, you can also assign an already existing user to that role. Click Create Role, and you will see that the role now appears within the menu. To delete the role, select the checkbox next to the role you want deleted, and choose Delete Selected at the top. Note that you may need to refresh your browser for these changes to take effect. When creating or assigning roles in Totem, keep in mind that you may have specific contractual requirements for fulfilling what is known as separation of duties. This refers to the principle that no user should be given enough privileges to misuse a system on their own. If you are a DoD contractor pursuing CMMC compliance, check out our Separation of Duties blog, which is linked in the description below. To invite a user to your Totem organization, select the Invite New User button. Enter in the email of the user you would like to invite, the role you choose to assign the user, and click Send Invitation. The user will then receive an email invitation to the tool, which they must accept within 24 hours or the link will expire. If a user does not accept within 24 hours and the invite expires, use the Invite New User button to send them another invite. You may decide that you want to assign one of your users multiple roles. To do this, select the checkbox next to the role you want to assign the user, click the user, and select Edit Role. You can repeat this process for any additional roles you want to assign to your user. To remove a user from a given role, select the checkbox next to the role that the user holds, select Edit, and select the X next to the user you want to unassign from that role. Note that unassigning a user's role does not delete that user from Totem entirely. It only modifies the permissions available to them. If you need to delete a user from Totem entirely, contact your Totem instance administrator or email support@totem.tech. Keep in mind that the number of users allowed within your Totem organization will depend upon the type of subscription you purchase. You can find all this information on our pricing page. Thanks for watching this Totem tutorial. If you have any questions about our Totem cybersecurity compliance management tool, send us an email at support@totem.tech.